This is the Greg Kelly Show.
Ooh, he's making stuff up again. Talk about being gaslit. This whole thing in Idaho, do you know about it? A bunch of white supremacists were caught in Idaho. Now, I hate white supremacists, but you know what? If you want to be a white supremacist, you're kind of allowed to. I mean, I don't like it. If you want to be a hateful, stupid person, it is a free country. Something weird's going on here. Do me a favor. Cut 40 if you don't mind.
I don't have to tell you about the ultra-MAGA agenda attacking families and our freedoms. 300 discriminatory bills introduced in states across this country. In Texas, knocking on front doors to harass and investigate parents who are raising transgender children. In Florida, going after Mickey Mouse, for God's sake.
A very easy liberal laugh line. Now, this is about protecting kids, all right? We don't want strangers. We don't want, now that I have children, I don't want some woke teacher talking to my daughters about their gender and their orientation. That's pretty straightforward, simple stuff. I'm going to be the person as the father to have those conversations, not the state, okay? That's pretty straightforward, isn't it? Yeah, of course it is. Ultra MAGA, he calls us. Ultra MAGA. Oh, and here he goes with this this weird thing in Idaho. Do we have it here? Give me the thing about, yeah, here we go. Cut 41.
Just look at what happened in Idaho last weekend. 31 white supremacists stopped just before they reached the Pride celebration, where they apparently planned to unleash violence on people gathering peacefully in a show of their pride. I'm grateful for the swift response of law enforcement, and they responded.
Swift response to what, exactly? Swift response to what? Now, number one, I'm not convinced that these are genuine white supremacists, but even if they are, they're free to walk around, to drive, to do whatever the hell it is they're doing if they're not breaking the law. This is where it gets really strange. So they were arrested because somehow it was known that they intended to riot. They intended to cause a disturbance. I have no problem, by the way, if the FBI was embedded in this group, somehow knew their plans and was working undercover. Quite frankly, I encourage that. I like that. They should be out there. But they are not to be reporting legal activity, like talking about stuff, okay? In this kind of situation, you would have the cops there ready if they started rioting. The moment they cause trouble, you arrest them. That's how it's supposed to work. But to preemptively and proactively get them doing something, no, that's, I think that violates their constitutional rights, quite frankly. And the only person who was actually engaged in violence, it turns out, was a transgender individual. America hates white supremacy, but you actually are free to be as dumb as you want. You know where I saw that? You know how I know that the most? The Blues Brothers, Jake and Elwood. Oh, man, that was great. What a great movie. Do you remember they're driving around trying to get the band back together? And then who do they come upon? They were in a big traffic jam because the Illinois Nazi Party won their court case so they could protest. Remember that? And those idiots get out there, the Illinois Nazis, and they're saying the most vile, hateful stuff. And everybody's yelling and screaming and shouting at them, all right? Because that's how America feels about Nazis. Cut 43.
You are going to join with us, the members of the American Socialist White People's Party, an organization of decent, law-abiding white folk, just like you.
Just like you. Decent, white folk. Come on. And what did Jake and Elwood do? They hit the gas and run them right off the bridge. That's America. We don't like these folks. Don't say, Joe Biden, that we ultra MAGA. I like ultra MAGA. But then you take it, then you go too far, right? We're all bigots. We're all white supremacists. Way to go, unifying us. I got to take a quick break. He's just a guy in a suit. He's just a guy in a suit. He's in a rumpled suit. In a terrible rumple. Just looks terrible. Hey, this is really great. We have a new member of Congress. She just beat an incumbent Democrat in a special election. Her name is Mayra Flores. Have you heard about her? She's, she was born in Mexico. She came here legally. She's a great citizen, great American, great patriot, supporter of Trump. And she knocked a Democrat out. You know, we got this great big red wave. I don't like that term anymore. Look, we're going to win. And she's going to help us take back the House. And I like her a lot. She just won. Cut 48, if you don't mind. Cut 48.
I'm Mayra Flores. I was born in Burgos, Tamaulipas, Mexico. Now I am living my American dream. But liberal policies from Washington are tearing our community apart. As the wife of a Border Patrol agent, I pray for his safety now more than ever. I'm Mayra Flores, and I approve this message because we must secure our borders and keep our families safe.
Well, I like her, and she's got a big future. And she was born in Mexico, and that's fine. If you come here legally, you support American values, it doesn't matter what you look like. Quite frankly, it doesn't matter where you were born. And that's what the left does not understand about us, about MAGA, all right? It's not about what you look like. It's about the content of your character. And you know why? Have you noticed? You don't hear about Martin Luther King all that much anymore. He's very passé. The liberals don't like him because they think it's all about what you look like, all about what you present to the world physically. No, boy, oh boy, we could use a Martin Luther King type guy right now. And you know what? If you want a Martin Luther King type guy, in a way, I know you're going to, but Trump got a lot in common. Listen, do me a favor this weekend, instead of Juneteenth, look up Donald Trump's July 4th speech from 2020. It is the greatest speech, I believe, possibly ever given by an American president in its awesome celebration of all things American and what we are and who we are, where we came from, and who's welcome here. Everybody. If you come here legally and you believe in the Constitution and you're ready to defend it, it's great stuff. And a celebration of it's almost like indirectly, oh, by the way, parenthetically, it's a celebration of diversity. But he's not focusing on the diversity. He's focusing on the achievements of people. This
is the Greg Kelly Show.